Hey y'all, it's Dim here, and I'm back again with another reaction. This time we're gonna be reacting to a different series, Crossover Colosseum, with their newest episode, Link versus Darth Vader. This is using composite Link. Now, for what I saw for a very short glimpse, the animation seems to be absolutely beautiful. But with that said, let's just see how well the episode is.
Who would win in a fight
See,
between
look at
Link and
this.
Darth Vader?
It's
I'm
beautiful.
Ink, and this
It's
is
great.
Crossover Colosseum, the show where only one can win and the fights are chosen by you. Thanks to Aztec Wolf for choosing this episode, but for now, it's time to get into it. Starting with our very first fighter for the day, Link. And to kick things off, I'm going to let our animation director tell you all about it. He's your friendly neighborhood animator, Levi. Take it away.
Levi? Why?
Courage isn't something that is easy to define. For one person, it may be facing down your biggest fear. For others, it may be walking across a room of Legos. But for our hero today, courage is what it took to fight against evil and save the land of Hyrule. Meet Link, the hero who embodies true courage and has been reborn anew since the dawn of time. While we could look at each Link individually, another and debatably more interesting approach is to blend them all into a single iteration of the hero's spirit to see what the power of courage is truly capable of. There are several versions of Link's story, but they all share one thing in common.
Although they may look similar, Link is actually a name shared between many. The reincarnation of the hero of courage. Despite the different births, Link is not life, but same hero spirit, and such will be composite. Alright, I see what's going on. I think Link would actually take it at that point, thanks to Max Fierce DDD. Where's the...
to protect those who can't protect themselves. Link is not just a name, but a moniker of the same emblem of courage revived year after year, century after century, to fight against evil. Wherever someone was in danger, you would find him. Whenever Hyrule needed a hero, he would be there. And often with the most courageous thing of all, a buttload of weapons. I mean, sure, we have that whole good-hearted adventuring thing, like I said, but right now let's talk about the swords that led him through centuries of heroism. He has made many throughout time, like the Four Sword, the Locomo Sword, Lionel Swords, Twisty Swords, Nifty Swords, and more. But by far his most famous is the Blade of Evil's Bane, the Master Sword. This blade was crafted by the goddess Hylia and honed to perfection by the very first Link and his companion Fi, who would become the spirit of the blade before being blessed even further to become the Golden Blade. The Master Sword is capable of repelling evil, and it glows in its presence like any good Hobbit sword does, which, given Link's upbringing in the novels, is actually rather fitting. It can shoot lasers, dice, slice, and, douse to find treasure? Well, I guess if you are going into battle, you may as well do it rich. Especially when you have magical armor like Link's that negates attacks based on how much money you're carrying. This ability is also manifested in a similar way by Link's magic armor, which negates an attack so long as he has enough magic to keep it going. Which shouldn't be a problem after he chugs some...
So the lore is very interesting. I never wanted to play any of the games because of all of those puzzles, and I just don't like playing puzzle games in general. But the lore, that's what I love to see. One of the Nintendo franchises that delves deep into the story.
Special milk that gives him unlimited magic for 3 days. And even if his armor were to somehow fail, he has a few extra layers of protection, like the shield that was granted to him by his friend Daruk, or a barrier granted to him by the goddess Naru herself. Now, Link was going to need more than just a backpack of items and a dauntless determination to face down godlike demon kings, so he trained his physical attributes to be just as impressive. He can uproot trees from the ground, repel oncoming beasts with a single slap of his shield, and break through all of this stone with a single stab. That would be like detonating well over 1,000 pounds of TNT on whomever he hits. Which, granted, isn't nearly as impressive as this bomb detonating this rock. Bet that wasn't the rock you were thinking of, was it? Link can withstand the explosion of these same bombs, which would require some serious power. But by far his most impressive attack power comes from his...
By looking at the largest enemy, Link can vaporize a single shot of lethal, which we can measure the attack power required. A laser weighs around 400 kilograms, by assuming a human like density of 1,000 kilograms. This gives the volume of 143. To vaporize it will require around 4.43 tons of TNT. So are you sure that, like, this would hurt Link in the slightest himself? Well, hey, what can I say? I'm not game theory.
Ancient silver and light arrows with which he can instantly vaporize his enemies, which would require the strength equal to nearly 4.5 tons of TNT. Link used this strength to fight through hordes of enemies to achieve peace, which was made even easier by the fact that he's one quick son of a gun. By measuring tandem movement with this arrow, which is capable of traveling over 200 miles per hour, Link is experiencing a slowdown here of over 26 times. All of this power and speed was for a purpose, though. No matter how many times Link was awakened and reborn, there was always one dark force to stand against him. Ganon. This half-pork, half-man, all-evil villain was set on bringing destruction to the land of Hyrule and kidnapping their beloved Princess Zelda. He was dishing out deadly weapons, evil bird pets, and loads of dark magic. Fortunately, Link had access to his own spells, too, which he could use.
Life spell, jump spell, pierce spell. It turns Link into a fairy. Alright. Fire spell, reflect spell, spell. The spell turns enemies into slimes, and then the thunder spell.
To half all of the damage he receives, reflect normally unblockable attacks, and turn enemies near him into slimes.
He's giving Mario
into a cute little fairy. But fairy
he's giving Mario run for his money in terms of arsenal.
And slime magic wasn't enough on its own to protect the land of Hyrule. Link also has an overwhelming amount of items, from hook shots to sand wands to magnet gloves, and that's only scratching the surface. He also has many different items and potions to push his...
He can duplicate his durability. Yeah. And that in total would lead to 448 times. That's... Which means that, like, we need to learn about how durable he is, and then, like, multiply that by 448. I might get up to some, like, crazy levels. Link, this man is insane.
Physical stats past their normal limits to an all-time high.
Right,
Some of his most famous items, though, are his masks. With these, he can transform into other races to battle. But
he can turn into a tiny tree boy, a big rock boy, fast water boy, turns into a giant boy, godlike scary boy. Those are a lot of boys, indeed.
Information that stands out the most is his fierce deity form. This thing is terrifying and increases Link's size and power to the point to where in Hyrule Warriors, he was cutting through asteroids that looked like the moon. Should all of this power and Link's other abilities fail him, though, he also has several ways to come back from death, like his fairies or a blessing from his friend Mipha. Although Link has always had his fair share of cool weapons and abilities, that's never really been what it's about for him. Sure, he is a warrior, a knight, and a sumo wrestler, but above all, he is a protector.
Was he doing Pennywise's dance right there? Cause he sort of did the same. Pennywise did the same thing in the movie, but like much faster. So this means that Link lives in the sewers. Confirmed.
Whenever someone needs his help, he will be there to save the day. He carries the Triforce of Courage, and rightfully so. To him, it doesn't ever matter whether or not he's scared. What matters are the people around him with no other hope but him. Whether that's a small town, a lost princess, or an entire world, Link has always made it a point to stand as a pillar of hope to anyone who needs a hero.
Yeah, that's just the best part about him. What a stand-up guy. Now let's see if he can defeat the true force of evil, Darth Vader.
Thanks for having me, Ink. This was fun. Back to you.
Oh my god. Sorry about this, guys.
Do not go to FabLetters.com. Do not take our historically low offer. 2 for 24 shorts, 1 for 24.
There we go. I hate that so much.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a child was believed to fulfill an ancient prophecy, to destroy the Sith and bring balance to the Force. The Sith are like an evil, though sometimes nuanced, but not pure evil, group of space knights. And the Force is the fabric of reality that flows through all things, both alive and inanimate. And the child was Anakin Skywalker. Enslaved at a young age, Anakin was a genius inventor and expert pilot. Not to mention that his force potency, called midichlorians, was through the roof. This led Liam Qui-Gon Neeson to believe that he was the chosen one, prophesied of old. But when they brought him before the Jedi Council, who are basically the Sith but good, and also they're actually sometimes the worst, Qui-Gon was told that Anakin was much too old and too much of a liability to train. Now, Qui-Gon was a big believer in doing what's right, even if it meant bending the rules a bit. So he made his apprentice, Obi-Wan Kenobi, promise to train Anakin in the unlikely event that Qui-Gon got stabbed through the chest by a rogue Sith. One crazy tragedy later, and Anakin was officially trained to become a Jedi Knight. Although Anakin proved to be a child prodigy, he didn't begin his journey as a blank slate. He felt pain from leaving his mother, and that loss never quite left him. For now, though, he had to turn off that pain to fulfill his destiny. He blitzed through his Jedi training and easily became the best in his class. As he grew, he not only found that he had a special talent with tactics and piloting, but he also had a strong proficiency with a lightsaber. The iconic, pure energy blade that burns hot enough to liquefy metal. With this blade, Anakin worked toward a mastery of combat, eventually developing his own unique style of combat. When this was combined with a strong connection to the Force, Anakin was shaping up to be a true threat to anything that got in his way. But he wasn't just a combat machine. He also found connection with his master, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and especially with a princess named Padme. With her, it wasn't long before they fell in love and were married. A decision that really pissed off the Jedi Council. Any kind of attachment is a serious no-no for Jedi. But Anakin had formed the habit of not really...
He has feelings for himself. How dare he do that? This is unacceptable behavior, if you ask me. In fact, I don't think that's enough. They should have went ahead and banished him to the Dark Realm and go ahead and teach him a good lessons.
Listening to the Jedi Council. He grew to see the Jedi as heartless, emotionless fools, and he constantly defied their will. This disconnect grew into more and more hatred, fueled by a voice in his ear promising him true power. The Jedi were stealing everything that Anakin valued. They tried to shut down his emotions, refused to evolve based off past knowledge from prior Jedi. They never allowed him to feel his passions. They never allowed for anything but harmony in all decisions. Anakin felt trapped in an organization that was slowly sucking the life out of him. He wanted to be free and he wanted to do the right thing, but he thought that the only possible way to do that was power. And so he gave in endlessly to those passions and desires, taking what was once true love and a desire to protect those that he was attached to into a heartless power lust that destroyed connections to everyone he cared about. After one trip to a child-killing free-for-all, he officially crossed the line from being passionate into pure evil. And he soon found himself in a battle with his old master, Obi-Wan, who, unfortunately for him, underestimated Anakin's power. No, never mind. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, he lost that one almost immediately. Guess you choked your wife out for nothing there, buddy. But Anakin's story didn't end here. Rage burned within him, hotter than the lava that disfigured him. He was quickly rescued by the Sith and promoted in their ranks, and he received a really cool robot suit. Rather than roll over and die, Anakin was filled with a new power fueled by hatred and rage. To signify this, he took on the name Darth Vader. If you thought Anakin was strong, Darth Vader took things to a whole new level. His skill with a lightsaber was second to none, to the point that just his apprentice, Starkiller, was capable of tearing through hordes of Jedi Masters without challenge. And Vader was always one step beyond him, especially when it came to the use of the Force, which is really saying something, since Starkiller was capable of ripping a 1,000,000-ton Star Destroyer out of the sky so fast that it started to melt. Not only has Vader outmatched Starkiller in a Force struggle, but Vader's also done similar things multiple times. And beyond this, he's strong enough to just casually toss his opponents into the sun so hard that they cause a huge...
But I don't really understand any of this, though. But I never watched Star Wars before, so it sort of balances itself out.
Explosion. The Force itself also made Vader quick and skilled enough to casually block lasers with a sort of precognition. But even beyond this laser blocking, Vader could jump out of the way of this ship, which would require him to be moving over 300 miles per hour. His suit may have been bulky, but he was still pretty fast, all things considered. And outside of just physicality, the Force also provided him with several incredible abilities. He has more straightforward things, like choking people, throwing things around, or a sixth sense of things around him, but he also has several crazy powers that are as unexpected as they are useful. Like I mentioned, he's got precognition to know what his opponent...
Force fear scares enemies so badly they pass out. Force powers I guess. Wait a minute. What's the links to the Smash Bracket thing? Triggers enemies so badly they pass out. Alright, he can make things explode. Healing. He immediately takes up some crap. Alright, he freezes enemies in place. Makes enemies fall asleep. Creates illusions. Force demon. You don't even know.
Opponents are going to do before even they know. He can absorb energy, heal himself, stabilize himself even when his respirator that's normally weak to electricity gives out. He can cause things to explode, resist transmutation, put people to sleep, use mind control, create illusions, or the scariest ability of all, use the Force Demon.
I know.
Really though, why does this exist? All of these abilities came together to make a laser-stopping, Jedi-toppling, child-chopping machine of a man. Vader's story is one of tragedy, one of absolute power corrupting absolutely. He changed from an enslaved but innocent inventor into a passionate warrior until he eventually became a force of such hatred that it consumed nearly all of the humanity within him and drove away everyone he loved. But one thing did prove to be true above all else. Just like was promised, he found within himself an ultimate power that ensured that nobody, people or planet, would ever stand in his way again.
Oh.
Now that our fighters are set, I want to ask you to give me 15 seconds of your attention. I just wanted to thank you so much for watching. I love this project and ask that if you like what you see, watch another one of our videos after this. It really helps a lot, potentially more than subscribing. But with that out of the way, let's get into the fight to find out who would truly win between Link and Darth Vader.
In my opinion, I don't really know who's gonna take this. Link definitely has, like, a wider arsenal to work with. But Darth Vader can, like, put people to sleep. You know, he can make things explode. He could just, like, chuck Link's items right back at him. I think, like, they both have roughly FGL reaction speeds. But maybe I'll give it to Link with the fierce DD. Although Darth Vader probably has something up his sleeve that's gonna counter that. But yeah, let's watch it. Okay. There's Link. It looks really good. How do you get up there?
Hold the line. Brace yourself.
So there's a spaceship. I assume Darth Vader's in there. And considering the fact that they're riding right there is definitely fine. Oh yeah. That's really intimidating. Why does Darth Vader need to breathe? When, like, Link seems to be fine. Alright, so it's just a one-on-one. This is epic.
Intriguing. Most intriguing.
Okay. Alright, we got the music coming in. Come on, Link. Yeah, that wasn't much of a intro. Okay. So Shy's weapon back, but how come it isn't the regular Master Sword, though? That's my question. Yes, it's his ultimate weakness. Saiyan. Every Jedi's that weakness. And obviously. Alright, there we go. There it is. Come on, we got some. Alright, this. Alright, come on, Link. Guys, ooh, that's good.
Your courage is misplaced, young warrior.
Yeah.
Untrained.
There goes his arm.
And weak.
It's too late, Link. He has the high ground. Alright. He's just gonna chuck him in the lava. Oh my god. But doesn't Link, like, have his berries? Like, he's gotta come back to life. Right, there we go. There we go. He's back. Alright, there we go, Link. You got this. Come on, Link. Come on. This is awesome. This is really awesome. Come on. That looks kind of beautiful. Oh, there's Vader Steedy. Alright. Finally getting back into action. Come on, destroy him. Yes, yes, come on, Link, come on. You can do this, Link. I believe in you. Come on. Link, don't you let him do it. No. Is this the end for him? No. This is the... Oh my god.
And there you go! This fight wasn't tough to call, unfortunately. Link had a few ways he could deal with Darth Vader, like ancient arrows doing some damage, but Vader was bringing abilities to the table that Link had never had to deal with, and ones that shut down a lot of his best win conditions like transmutation. Vader was also way stronger and more durable than Link. His most impressive display of power is overpowering Star Killer, Flash, who is capable of ripping down that million-ton Star Destroyer. I could get into specifics of what that level of power looks like numerically, but it's simplest to say that it's about 305 times stronger than anything Link has ever endured. It's even stronger than anything that his invincibility has ever been shown to withstand. This power is devastating, and a crush from Vader at these numbers would likely crumple Link like a tin can. And with sustained damage like this, it's not likely that Link could escape for long enough for his revives to be meaningful for him, or for him to attack back when his arms are pinned to his side by the Force. While Link's speed is somewhere around 200 miles per hour, Vader's moving...
So he did have a larger arsenal and access to many revives. He was slower, be ineffective, the Force Demon, and much weaker.
Around 300 miles per hour on the lowest, and then depending on how you treat lasers in Star Wars, blocking attacks at around 10% the speed of light. Now, make of that what you will, but it's an advantage for Vader regardless. Vader also had far more skill than Link. Even if we were to say that without the Force they were around the same skill level, which would be generous to Link, Darth Vader is actively reading the minds of his opponents while he fights. He knows what Link is going to do before Link himself knows what Link is going to do. That's going to be shutting down just about any option that Link has, since Vader could crush him or pull away his equipment before he's able to activate anything. Crushing Link wasn't his only option either. He could also instantly put him to sleep to secure a lethal attack, mind control Link, or just chuck him into the sun. Link may be willing to go all out right from the get-go, but so is Darth Vader. And with his speed, precognition, superior strategy, attack power, and durability, Link is just likely to be dead before he even knew what hit him. At the end of the day, Darth Vader is the winner and takes the crown in this match of Crossover Colosseum.
Congratulations to him. But yeah, what were my thoughts on this episode? It was amazing. What can I say? The analysis was pretty good. The fight was really good. Though I'm not sure why Link started off with the axe. But that's just me. The ending legitimately caught me off guard. Like, I was really expecting for Link to take it. And yeah, I just really enjoyed it. Well, with that said, I'll just see you guys later. Peace.